My name is Reid Yobe. I told you that there are quite a number of topics that I would like to explore regarding the lives of Zimbabweans living in the diaspora. But one thing that I would like you also to know is that in this channel, I also talk about relationships. I talk about business and some other life issues. Even though I still have a lot to talk about regarding the lives of Zimbabweans living in the diaspora, but today I want to talk about something different in an effort to strike a balance. Today I want to talk to every parent. I want to talk to every parent regardless of your nationality. If you are a parent, let's talk about your child. Times have changed. Times have changed. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's insanity. I have just told you that times have changed. We all know that when we're growing up, there is this question that one would ask you, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up? And we answered, and that led us into pursuing different kinds of careers. But there are some right now who are sitting at home, and they've been sitting at home for years, and they are not doing what when they were young wished when they said, I would like to do this when I grow up. This is because times have changed. In the past, if you study history, it will confirm to you what I'm just telling you now. In the past, this is what used to happen. People, when you're growing up, the learners will be asked this question, what do you want to do when you grow up? And they will answer, and they will do exactly that. In the end, they will find themselves doing what they were wishing for. But nowadays, things do not work like that. Times have changed. There is nothing wrong with education, but we find ourselves at a time when, as a parent, you must step in and make decisions for your child. I think the question now should be asked by the learners. We find ourselves at a time where I strongly believe it is the learners that should be asking this question to say, what can I do when I grow up? And the reason for this is that there are certain careers nowadays which if you pursue, you may struggle to get a job. You may struggle, as some people may not even work at all. Nowadays, you can actually predict someone's future just by mere looking at what they are pursuing in terms of career. You can tell that this person is not going to go anywhere. You can tell, you can walk into a learning institution, be it a college or university, and tell that certain people are not going to make it in life just because of what they are pursuing. You can tell that someone is not going anywhere. Soon after graduation, they are sitting at home. The question that you should be asking yourself as a parent is, what is on demand in terms of services? What is on demand? What can my child do? Some economies are not doing well. They are struggling. So, and you know for sure that there are no jobs. There are certain countries where you know already that there are no jobs at all. But children are going to school. Colleges are there, universities are there. And every year someone is graduating to do what? Sit at home. So one must think, if your economy is doing well, then you have to ask yourself this question: what can my child do? Then you help out your child as far as choice of career is concerned. That's when you step in as a parent. If your child is struggling, then you can find your child a tutor to give him or her extra lessons after school. You have to fight. You have to work hard to ensure that your child gets it right. Even if your child is struggling, you have to make sure that he gets it right. You cannot afford at this point in time to let your child choose certain subjects simply because they are easy for them. No. The main reason for the choice of subjects should be about what the child is going to do later when they're done. You must do a research as a parent for your own child. And in countries that are struggling, I can give an example of Zimbabwe. You have to think also of where you would like your child to go. Every country has got skills that are on demand. Every country has got skills that are on demand. So you must think for your child and decide for your child. I want you to learn something from wild animals. I want you to learn something. They train their young ones. The young ones don't have a choice. They are trained to hunt. There is some form of training that they take their young ones through, because they know that a time is coming when this young one would want to and should be looking after themselves. We find ourselves at a time, brothers and sisters, where we don't have a choice but to make choices for the children. If your child is to later on choose something different that they would like to do, then it will be up to them. But at least they'll be having something that they can use in order for them to survive. And this is not only confined to education, but you can teach your child maybe some skills. You can teach your child something that will be able to sustain them later. And you can start with what you have. You can start with what you as a parent can do. Teach your child. I don't care what you're doing, whether you're a teacher, you're an accountant, you are a mechanic, or a driver, whatever that you as a parent are good at, teach your child. Teach your child. I know of musicians that taught their children how to play musical instruments, and now they're making a living out of it. The child went to school and later on graduated from the university, but what they are doing now is playing the musical instrument and then making a living out of it. So as a parent, I would like to advise you to think for your child and make decisions for them. If they are to later on change and do something different, it should be up to them. But already you as a parent, you'll be knowing that you helped your child to do something that they can use in order for them to make a living. And like I said, if it shouldn't be confined to education, you can also teach them something like so that they can have some skills. And like I said, you can start with whatever that you as a parent are good at. Maybe you're a cook. Teach your child how to cook. I hope this helps someone. My name is Reed Yobe. Thank you.